Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be unboxing a different subscription box. What? I know. So hear me out. What ended up happening was I got an email from GlossyBox, and I had heard about GlossyBox, but I've never had one myself. I believe they are a company that is overseas, that they've been in the US for a while, but I think they're starting to really make their mark here. So I got an email from them asking, hey, would you like a box? And I don't really talk about the logistics and behind the scenes stuff too much of YouTube, but I don't really do a lot when companies reach out to me a lot. I would say I probably, even as a micro influencer here on YouTube, I get emails weekly from companies all over the globe. And I'm pretty selective with anyone that I even consider, mostly because we get a lot of spam, we get a lot of interesting types of companies that even are very off-brand for, you know, what a lot of people do. A lot of companies are just trying to get their stuff out there. But GlossyBox is a brand that I had heard of before, and I was kind of intrigued by. The influencer representative that I spoke to was really kind, and she was like, you know what, let's just do this first box and see how it goes. This isn't like a commitment thing. This is just giving you products to try and see how you like them. So today, I have a GlossyBox here. I am so excited about this because I don't even know what to expect, honestly. I've not looked into GlossyBox's like current month box at all. I have no idea what is in here. This is not a sponsorship. I want to make that perfectly clear. They're not sponsoring this video. They just gifted this box to me. So I'm excited to share this with you and kind of see how I feel about it, because this is kind of one of those like blind date things where we're not committing to anything. GlossyBox and myself, we're feeling it out. We're seeing how things go. You know what I mean? I haven't dated in years, so I think that's how it still goes, isn't it? I wasn't around for that whole Tinder thing, so I don't know if I gotta swipe one way or the other, but let's open the box. The thing about GlossyBox that I just now learned is that it comes in a box that you open, and then it comes in another box. They do have a lively discount code here. This is actually for brasiers, bras. The insert here is a $10 off little coupon, which is really cool, so that's nice. And then when you get into the box here, it's this beautiful pink box. How cute is this? It's kind of like a nice little shoebox, and I might keep this box for some storage up in our loft up there. Do you guys do that where you like keep tokens and mementos from like Valentine's Day, birthdays? Adam and I, there's one of the few things that we actually collect living in a tiny house are like sentiments that we send to each other, and we keep them in, you know, just like a box. So when you open this up, and today when I received this, that's when I realized, oh, I'm definitely opening this on camera with you guys, because look how cute. Oh, the tender loving care already. It's so cute. I wasn't even sure what to expect, but this is adorable so far. And now I'm gonna unbox it. Again, this is not sponsored. This is just kind of going through the box with my girlfriends here. Oh, that is so cute. I just noticed that. Ah! I'm feeling like a little shiny. This is like an afternoon where I had no plans to film, you guys. So this is so impromptu. You're getting an in the life moment here. The World of Beauty. Ooh. I think this is gonna be makeup and skincare possibly, but again, we're on the ride together. I have no idea. The World of Beauty. Oh, and then this is the card. So cool. Oh, and then there's sneak peeks for July coming soon. I'm always intrigued to see how other brands and other companies do their subscription boxes, because I've been with BoxyCharm so long. It's like a long-term relationship. You know what they're like. You know how they eat their breakfast. You know their quirks. Dating another box, you just never know. I don't even want to really look at this too much because I want to be surprised what's in here. So, oh my gosh. Look how cute this paper is. I'm that girl right now, sorry. But look how cute this is. I mean, this is adorable. I love the little extra touches. Guys, I'm in such a good mood this afternoon. I'm having a great day. If you've been following me on Instagram, I'm 1 year post-op as of yesterday from my hysterectomy. I'm gonna be doing a video on that very soon, and I'm so excited about it. So I'm just kind of having one of those days where you're just like, so grateful for so much. Okay, so I just pulled back the paper. Let's get it. Let's just dig into this goodness. Can't even talk, I'm so excited. Peach Punch Cleansing Tissue. Refreshing care and soft cleansing from Tony Moly. Okay, so Tony Moly is someone that I have, well, a brand that I have recently been introduced to through BoxyCharm with their skincare masks. And I kind of just assumed they were like a one-off or something. But after I tried their masks, I really did like them. And so many of you told me that it's one of your favorite brands too. So that's exciting. There's only 8 wipes in here. I'm intrigued to try this because I have a few other wipes, as you guys know, in my collection from BoxyCharm. So I'm going to be using some of these products over the next few days and doing an update to let you guys know what I think, all within this video. So you're going to be getting the full meal deal of how I feel about this box in this video. I'm just doing an unboxing with you because I feel like I never get to do that, and it's something that I wanted to do with these items. They did not ask me to do that. I'm just doing this all off the cuff on my own here. What are these little guys? Okay, so High 5 Cannabis Facial Moisturizer. My face is about to get lit. Apply after cleansing by generously smoothing over face and neck. And then I have from this same brand, High Expectations Facial Oil. Okay, I'm pretty excited about these. The next item is a Core's Nourishing Probiotic Gel Cream. Time-released hydration. I guess I could be looking at the card during this whole thing, huh? This is from Core's. It's a Greek yogurt nourishing probiotic gel cream. This is a deluxe size, 20 milliliters worth, $18. The full size would be 36 at 40 milliliters. I didn't know they gave prices in here. I should have been telling you guys prices. So going back to this is Tony Moly Peach Punch Cleansing Tissue. And this is an 8 count worth $7. These are just an extra treat. These are just like a bonus item. So these are just little samples that were a total bonus. So that's good. I was kind of wondering when I saw this part, not gonna lie. Liquid Metal Eyeshadow from Model Co. Ooh, I'm not familiar with this packaging or brand, so intrigued already. Okay, so this is full size, and this is a liquid metal eyeshadow. MSRP is $19 for this. So this brand is from Australia, and it says this velvety eyeshadow delivers color in a single swipe and dries almost instantly to lock in a weightless shine. Oh, I gotta look this up. Let's look at this. It says that it's cruelty-free right here on the box. I love that. Ooh, I actually like this color a lot, and I'm not a huge fan of liquid shadows, as a lot of you know. But I've been really liking the Stila one that I got from BoxyCharm, so I feel like I'm kind of just like reintroducing myself to it, and it's summer. I'm just kind of like looking for ease of use, and these are easy, so let's take a look. Ooh. That's a pretty color for the lids. Oh, this is in the shade Champagne. I mean, it looks very much like my skin tone, but I could see how on the lids it could look really pretty if I like did a little bit of different color in my crease and then have this on the lid for the shine. Let's see. Oh my gosh. They were not kidding. This is already feeling like almost dry. And it does have still a little bit of movement to it, so you can kind of still work with it, but I'm really surprised that it dried that quick. Now it also kind of like fades into my skin, so I'll have to see how I feel about it. But I'm not mad at that right now. That's interesting. Okay, the next little thing here. Ooh, what is this? A moisturizer maybe? I don't know if it's Decorte or Decorate. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to pronounce this. Infusing skin with all-day hydration to help repair and protect. It's a time-released layer by layer serum. Oh, deluxe mini 9 milliliters worth $22.50, and the full size of 20 milliliters would have been $50. Wow. Well, I'm excited to use you as a morning serum, but this is definitely a mini for sure. And then the big guy in here is a big face mask. This is from Rodile? I'm not sure how to say this. It's a vitamin C energizing sheet mask. This is an MSRP of $18. I do love a good vitamin C serum, booster, face mask because my skin really loves that for me, and the kind of like the lightening and brightening of my imperfections, my under eyes, when I start to get dull skin. Vitamin C always boosts my skin up, and it tends to just love it. So I'm totally excited for this. And then the bottom is just a lot of the crepe paper. We used to get this kind of paper in BoxyCharms, if you remember back in the day. Yeah, so that is everything in this box, and it looks like a lot of it is kind of like minis. So if it's something that you kind of like, that might be something worth considering for you. GlossyBox did give me a discount code, so as you're kind of watching me go through this video, if you are interested, I'm gonna leave all the information in my description box down below. So I'm really excited to kind of like play with these over the next few days. So for you, it's gonna be like a matter of seconds, but I'm going to do some multi-day wear tests and tries. You know how I like to do here. I like to thoroughly investigate products before I give you my thoughts. So I will see you in a couple of days for me, and in a moment in a swipe for you. These are also really soft around the eyes. Some are really, really stiff and rigid and painful. And this actually feels pretty good. This feels very soft, and I don't feel like I'm being too harsh on these deep under eyes. And it's still getting out product. These are really givey. They're more like a towel, like a stretchy towel. Like I can even change the fabric shape. It's kind of a thicker serum. I feel like I didn't put out too much, but it definitely, I can feel when I'm moving it. It doesn't feel like gloopy or sticky or anything right now. It just kind of feels like a serum. Maybe starting to get a little tacky as it's starting to dry. But I didn't know if I'd have the right amount out there, but yeah, that was a good amount considering how much I'm able to spread that bit all over my face. I could feel it like working in. This feels very lotiony on first application. It is working into my skin. No real smell. Nothing that I can really pick up. I'm not very sensitive to smells though. It's starting to get tacky as it's drying down a little. I'm gonna put a little bit more. That was enough for my face, but I'm gonna put some on my chest too. Welcome to this portion of the video where I'm going to be reviewing all of these products that I have been trying for you behind the scenes for the past few days. Now this box, as you have seen, is mostly skincare, so I can only give you so much information after trying this for, I would say, about 4 days now. I have been trying all of these items. The makeup piece I have been trying for the past 2 days because I didn't want anything to conflict the first few days with things that I was introducing to my face as I'm trying all these items to let you know what I think. The first thing I'm going to talk about is something that I didn't know I was going to like as much as I did. This is the Peach Punch Cleansing Tissue. You guys saw me using this, and I actually really like these. I'm a little sad that there's only 8 wipes in here for a few reasons. First and foremost, as much as I don't like scented things all the time, this may be too much for someone, and I can totally get that. Like sticking my nose into this right now, I'm like, ooh, it's a bit more punchy smelling than I thought it was. But when you pull one out and use it on your face, it just has this very nice aroma to it. But if you are sensitive to smells, this might be too much for you. But I loved it. I loved the actual fabric of the tissue itself. I found it was very stretchy. I believe I demonstrated that for you guys in the clip. And I loved how I could get all of my mascara underneath my eyes, and the wipe itself felt very soft. And this part of the eye is something you have to be super gentle around because it's like such sensitive skin. And I felt very safe using this under the eye to really wipe away that next day, you know, sleeping oils, any mascara that's fallen down under my eyes, any of those things. It just really helped to kind of like clean off my canvas to start the day. That's mostly when I was using these, was first thing in the morning, less at night, mostly because I really liked how that fabric felt on my face, so I didn't feel like I was too harsh on my face before I went in with serums and other things like that. This Tony Moly line is actually really impressing me. I told you guys before that I got the face masks from BoxyCharm that were from Tony Moly, and I actually really enjoyed those. They were sheet masks, and I know not everybody likes that, but I can tell you, for me, I felt like, again, the material that made the mask felt better than some of the other masks maybe I have tried. So this was actually a pretty pleasant surprise. I think I've used this, I probably have like 4 left now, maybe 5 at the most, since there's only 8 wipes in here. That's my biggest complaint about this. The MSRP for this, like I said before, was $7, so that's really not too bad if you want to purchase this to give this a try. I definitely think this is a great product. I liked how it got everything off of my face. I liked how gentle it was. I think that was the biggest takeaway is, yeah, it had a nice smell to it. Yeah, it did its job, but it did it in a way that was so beneficial for my skin that it wasn't harsh or doing any extra rubbing. I really liked this, and so I'm pretty pleased with this, and I'm glad I got to try it in this GlossyBox. The next thing that I started to dedicate time to after my face wipes was the Décolleté Hydrating Serum. This is a deluxe mini according to the card here. This is a part of some of the Japanese beauty lines that have come out, and I really enjoyed this as well. I know this is really small, so I feel like I was gonna go through this pretty quickly. It's 9 milliliters. I feel like it still has some good product in it after using it like 4 or 5 days straight. The mini deluxe is 9 milliliters worth $22.50, and the full size is 20 milliliters worth $50. So I was pretty pleased to get to sample this and to try this in their mini deluxe version. I put this on after kind of cleansing my face in the mornings, and then I let it sit. As many of you know, I like to let my skincare really absorb into my skin. It doesn't really have any noticeable scent to it, which is totally fine by me for a serum. I don't mind that in the least. I don't need something to be so floral, especially, or aromatic, especially after something like this that's got a lot of aroma to it. You don't really need back to back. That's fine with me. And I feel like when I put this on, it comes out kind of thick. I'll put a little bit on my finger here. That's the hard part of these samples. I feel like you get too much out and you don't want to waste product, so I'm trying to shove it back in. But it's got the milky, watery consistency to it. So as I was applying it to my skin, it felt kind of runny and watery like this. Like you can kind of see it here on the back of my hand. But then when it dries down, it just kind of like seeps into the skin, and I let myself have that full time to just let it soak in. I liked this serum a lot. I did end up layering the next piece I got with it, and I did not find with this serum or anything that I'm about to talk about any skipping on my face. I will say something about another product here in the future where I don't like putting it on my neck, but as far as this product went, I was totally fine taking this down my neck if I had some excess, because you see how watery and runny maybe it is, or taking it down to the chest, because I always say take your skincare to these areas because you want to keep these looking as youthful as your face. Otherwise your face is gonna look totally disproportionate to your body if this is all aged and your face isn't. I had no issues with this as a sensitive skin girl, which is a big deal for me. If you are newer here, I have very sensitive, acne-prone skin, and I'm going through hormones and changes with my skin right now with estrogen. So I am always very cautious when introducing skincare in, which is why I took a couple of days with just these pieces before introducing some other stuff. This is a hydration boosting serum, and I think my skin has looked totally fine throughout this whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to jump jump out and purchase this bigger size for 50 bucks, but I can definitely say I'll keep using this little guy. I really enjoyed it. It's very different from my standard go-to right now, which is the Peach and Lily Glass Refining Serum. So many of you know I love this stuff, and you've reached out to me to say you can't wait to try it yourself because you didn't get this in BoxyCharm, and I think another box is picking it up somewhere along the way. Allure, I think, just a tip. But I liked this a lot. I think this is pretty nice considering I've only gotten to try it for 4 days, so it's not like I can give you a long-term skincare review of it with this much product and this much time. But I am gonna keep using this up, and if I find anything else has been a big revelation for me, I will let you know in an upcoming video. But so far, I actually really like this, and I'm glad I got to try something like this. And what I kind of liked, I know a lot of these are samples and I'm used to getting the bigger size products from BoxyCharm. Because these are mostly skincare in this box, like 90% of this box is skincare, I'm glad that it is in a smaller sample size for me, because as an oily skin girl and as a sensitive skin girl with some skin changes going on, this gives me an opportunity to try new stuff that I don't even have access to with BoxyCharm or at my local stores, to try some things outside of what I normally would. So I really like that. The next thing that I jumped into was this baby. The Core's Greek Yogurt Nourishing Probiotic Gel Cream. This is again a deluxe mini. The deluxe is a 20 milliliter worth $18. The full size is 40 milliliters worth $36. My morning routine kind of went as do this, then do this. And I found my skin really was totally good with all 3 of these products back to back to back. Now, I did give myself a little bit of time. I did let my skin have time to absorb or rest in between, because as you'll probably notice, my skin gets red whenever I apply anything to it because I have that sensitive of skin. But nothing has broken me out through this whole process. Like I said, I've been trying this for like 4 days now, and I don't have any huge cysts on my face. Everything is looking nice and smooth, including my chest. Now, I will say, I put this product on the face, on the neck, and down the chest. You guys know I really try to take care of this area, especially as a bustier lady. But what I noticed with this, and this could be something on me that I need to give it a little bit more time even, I noticed that when I would go to do my makeup down my skin after the full morning routine, I would start to get lines in here, but it was only with this product, not with this little guy here. So I started on days I knew I was going to be wearing makeup, putting this just on my face and on my chest, less on my neck. But I used this on my neck and something else because I kept seeing these lines and a little bit of tackiness. Now, this product is tacky when it finishes drying. For me, on my skin type, this stayed pretty tacky, which was fine because that's usually when I go in with a primer and then my foundations, and then I kind of just go on. I have done all of these skincare pieces on no makeup days and full meal deal makeup days. So I've been able to do it the various ways I live my life normally. And these have actually turned out to be really well. This one has a little bit more of a lotion-y feel, I would say. Like, it kind of made me stop and go, what does this remind me of? Even the back of my hand right now still feels a little like I can feel the serum on it. So then when I put this on, it's got this very lotion moisturizing feel to it. It's a thicker cream, and you definitely can't see it after even just starting to work it into the skin, which is nice. But it does feel a bit thicker than some of the other things I use, because a lot of you know I do love my It Confidence in a cream, and this feels kind of thick too, and then it just wears down and you can put makeup over the top of it. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but maybe this is a tad thicker. Again, I've not had any breakouts. I've not had any like issues applying the makeup. The biggest drawback I saw was on the neck, where you can get some natural necklines from, you know, just laptoping, living your life, doing this weird things. We get necklines just doing random stuff. So that was where I kind of noticed with my bronzer, if I was taking my bronzer down my neck, it would kind of snag and maybe draw a line there. So that was a little bit of a drawback for me on the neck portion, but the face and the chest, it worked totally fine, and it kind of prepped my face for that next step. So this was pretty good too. I was pretty impressed with that. You guys do know I got a little extra freebies here that I talked about in my intro. These were just a little extra treat. I've not gotten to try these from the brand High yet. These are, I believe, both just cannabis style skincare items. This one is a facial moisturizer. This one is a facial oil. With the amount of time I had, and considering 95% of this box was all skincare, I didn't want to introduce too much at one time, or I wouldn't be able to give you this in-depth review as well as I can at this moment. So I'm still going to be trying these little free samples, but again, these were just more like an extra treat, not really like the main course of the box, if you know what I mean. So I still have to try these, but the last item that I tried, oh no, there's 2 more items. The next item that I tried from this box was the only piece of makeup that came with it, and I was a little concerned because of the coloration of this liquid eyeshadow. This is the Liquid Metal Eyeshadow in the shade Champagne from an Australian brand. I had never heard of this brand before, but this is actually a full-size item. The MSRP on this is $19, and it's a liquid eyeshadow. A lot of you know it's not my favorite way to apply eyeshadow, but I've been kind of introducing it more and more to my routine, and I've been doing a much more natural face on the daily with Zoom calls, with life. I've kind of been a little bit more of a natural summer girl than a vibrant, colorful summer girl, which is kind of unusual for me. So I was like, okay, let's jump into this champagne color. This could work perfect for what I've been doing. If you have a darker, richer skin tone than me, this will look beautiful on your lids without any other effort. For me, it's just too close to my skin tone to really be able to see it. So I did end up finding the best way I liked this was by putting on a darker eyeshadow and then putting this over the top of it. That really gave that eye look a little extra life, a little extra pop. Today, yesterday I tried it on a bare lid, and then I tried it on top of a darker shadow when I realized on a bare lid it was just gonna be too much like my skin, and it was just gonna maybe look like shiny lids, and that was about it. Today, I put down a nice similar shade powder first that was a shimmer, and then I put this on top of it, and I think today this looks actually really nice, and it's kind of complementary to the other tones and blending that I was doing with the more neutral nudes that I have in my collection. And then I really brightened up my inner corners with my Cover FX palette and the brightening powder, and then I just kind of feel like this eye look really kind of came to life between that piece on the inner corner and the lids look really nice. It kind of gives it this very more natural look than this would work great for a no makeup look, or it would look good for just that little extra touch. And again, if you have a darker skin tone than me, this will look beautiful on some lids. It is very creamy, and it does what it says it's gonna do in the description, which is it goes on pretty much with one swipe, and then it dries really quickly. Because as you can see, as it goes on, it looks very much like my skin tone, but you can definitely see that nude shimmer, which is, you know, really beautiful for summer. And then it's been here a second. You can still work with it a little bit, but it doesn't just move everywhere, so it just comes straight off your eye, which is really nice. I've not experienced a formula like this, but as you can see, as I blend it down, it does mesh even more into my skin tone. It'll kind of give you that summery, glowy look. I almost wonder how this would work like on my skin for like a highlight, like whatever I have left on my finger. I'm just gonna press it here. I already have highlight on, so it'll be hard to say. I'll have to play around with this some more, but I'm not as disappointed in this as I thought I could be because it is so close to my skin. Because like, look, right now it just looks like I have a glowy hand. You can't really see anything, but that's also kind of cool for a no makeup summer juicy goddess look. You know what I mean? And the last thing I tried last night, and if you follow me on Instagram, you saw it in action. And if you don't follow me there, you can follow me right here, and you can see all the stuff behind the scenes. Sometimes I'll do wear tests, try-ons. You'll see some fun stuff. I love a good vitamin C. Anything my skin drinks up vitamin C. It really brightens my skin up. It helps to lift any of my sunspots, sometimes some imperfections on my face. Vitamin C is a dream for me, and this mask, oh, it was so good for me. This is the Vitamin C Energizing Sheet Mask, packed with vitamin C, vitamin B3, amino acids, hyaluronic acid. This has all the goodies that my skin regularly just eats up and absorbs. Now that may not be the case for everyone's skin, so keep that in mind. The MSRP on this is $18, which is pretty hefty for a single sheet mask, because this is only one sheet mask for $18. I tried it on last night, and the one thing that I noticed immediately was when I took out the mask, it was kind of similar to this color. It was more of an orangey yellow tone. And then you had to still peel off the backing to put it on, whereas most face masks that I use now, you just unfold them and apply them to your face. You don't have to peel off that backing. So I thought that was kind of different because it kind of held in more of the serums together. And then I put it on my face, and the thickness of this mask was something I also had never experienced. Not the material like serum on it, but the actual sheet mask itself was a much thicker, a little bit more rigid item. So I think that maybe it was designed that way because it had so many different types of serum that it's pressing into your skin, that then you keep doing this. You keep pressing into your skin. So, and I kept it on for a full 15 minutes. It says to do 10 to 15, but you know, I like to go as long as I can. Put it on for 15 minutes, and then I peeled it off and then worked the rest of the serum as according to the directions into my skin. I also took, there was so much excessive like product that was from the serums and all the vitamin C goodness that I did take it down my neck and on my chest even in the beginning after I peeled it and put it on my face. So when I read on the back of this that it said just to keep rubbing it into your skin, anything that's left over, oh, you better believe I was like all over. Let's shower in this. Because again, I know all those things work great for my skin for the most part. After it was over and I kind of like let my skin rest the rest of the night because I did it at night, I can say I'm glad I did it at night because my skin stayed pretty tacky-esque. I don't want to say it's like that kind of tacky where you're set and ready for primer next to then put on your foundation, because it was a different type of tacky. It was just a little bit maybe more sticky. So I was glad I didn't do this in the morning, because then I would have had to have gone in with all of these other serums and I wouldn't have known what was what, if there had any issues or if there was any skipping with powders on my face or anything, because I didn't experience any skipping or any muddiness with any of these things. But I could have seen how that would have been an issue with this. So I was glad I did this at night, slept, next morning, got back into it, did this whole face routine all over again. So I enjoyed this a lot. I'm really surprised that this one mask was $18. I think my skin today looks great though. I mean, it looks brightened, it looks light. Again, I can also attribute that to some other skincare things. So you kind of, when it's all skincare, you don't really know what was good, maybe what wasn't, but it all seems to work great for me because I'm pretty pleased with how my skin looks on day 4 of trying all of these good things. This box has actually been a lot of fun to kind of get something new, something fresh into my collection to try, because I have not seen any of these kind of items in things like BoxyCharm or Ipsy. Although Tony Moly has been a brand that we have seen before, so I guess that's not 100% true, but some of these skincare items and the Model Co, I feel like I've heard the name Model Co before, but I don't think I've ever tried anything from Model Co, nor have I gotten anything from BoxyCharm or Ipsy from them, so that was kind of cool. I liked trying stuff that I've not been introduced to before, because you never know when you're going to find your next holy grail piece. Like, again, today my skin looks really good, and it's like, okay, is it this serum that's been doing it? Because I know this has been good, but last night this packed a punch for my skin, and I like it a lot. So this was a lot of fun for me to try. Again, keep in mind, this was like 95% skincare. So if you are just a babe that loves makeup, I get it if this isn't something that maybe you want. But if you're like, you know what? They seem like smaller amounts, so I don't have to dedicate a lot of space to it. As a tiny houser, you know that's a thing for me. Again, my code's gonna be below if you want to try this out. Again, this is not a sponsored video. This is not me pressuring you. This is just kind of me going through a brand new box, trying brand new items that I was excited to play with. Overall, I would say this was a really fun box to get to try. I would probably compare it more, in my experience, because I've not tried all the boxes out there. I know there are a ton. This for me is similar to what the Ipsy is, because you get a lot of smaller things to try out, to experience, to kind of figure out what you like. And that's perfectly okay, especially with skincare, because I felt in 2018 into 2019 skincare overload with Ipsy and BoxyCharm getting full sizes of a lot of stuff. So it's kind of nice getting to try things again that don't take up a ton of room, and I don't feel bad if I don't finish it. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for watching and going through this fun little journey with me with this GlossyBox. If you're interested in it, all my information is going to be listed down below, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you GlossyBox for reaching out to me and letting me try one of your boxes. This has been a lot of fun. If you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, Hi new friends! I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single week. Bye friends!